Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Water. By knowing your watering schedule and taking advantage of Austin Water's rebates, tips, the MyATX Water portal, and more, you can help preserve our most precious resource. Martin Barbosa is here to tell us more. And Martin, it feels like it's been a good long while since we've had a soaking rain.
Yes.
My first question to you is whether or not we right now in Central Texas are in a drought.
Yes, Rosie, Central Texas is still very much experiencing drought conditions. Because of that, Austin Water still has our drought restrictions in place. So with that said, we do recommend homeowners to stick to just watering their lawns 1 day a week. And that's typically we recommend early in the mornings, late at night. Take advantage of that cooler weather as it comes in. We have all of that information available at austinwater.org, including our drought response information and other simple water saving tips.
Wonderful. We have been told by experts here on our show that if you water during those hot daylight hours, a lot of it evaporates before it ever even gets to the ground. So then you're paying for water that never even made it to your lawn.
That's so very true, yes.
All right, that's why we want to stick to the mornings and the evenings. All right, what are some ways that we can help save water just as consumers at home?
So there are many ways that we can all pitch in to help save our most precious resource. We could stick by taking advantage of Austin Water rebates. Much of that includes maybe incorporating things like switching out our turf grass with more native plants that use less water. We can also incorporate mulching into our lawns and what we call rainwater harvesting systems that collect that water when we do get rain here in Central Texas. You can store that and use it for other purposes later on.
Is there an easy way for people to see basically in real time how much water they're using? Because I think a lot of what happens, right, is that you see your bill at the end of the month and you think, uh-oh, we did too much watering, or we used the laundry too often, or something like that, and you didn't have the ability to change your behavior in real time, so now you're just stuck with the bill.
Right.
You guys have come up with a way to get around that. People can change day of and start saving water.
Yes, Rosie, absolutely. We have what's called our MyATX Water portal. It's a great tool and very simple to use. Through the MyATX Water portal, you're able to see almost in real time how you're using water in your own household. With that, you can also spot those leaks. There are many leaks that go unnoticed. Well, with the MyATX Water portal, that lets you know where specifically your leaks are happening and also offers some customized tips. That's available through myatxwater.org.
Sounds good to me. Thank you so much for your time today, Martin.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Learn more at austinwater.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Water. Hey y'all, are you looking to get your family involved in more volunteering time together as time frees up for the summer? Kristen Finan, co-founder and executive director of the nonprofit Carrying Hope, is joining us with some ideas on how you and the kiddos, regardless of their age, can help support their mission. Kristen, good morning.
Good morning.
I love talking about your nonprofit because it came from you and your friends' brains, and it really is truly local, truly helping local kids.
Yes.
So if you wouldn't mind, talk to us about your gala. That was the last time we saw you, and we were talking about your mission. So we could touch a little bit maybe on Carrying Hope's mission and how the gala ended up going.
Yeah, sounds amazing. We started in 2016. Carrying Hope is a 501c3 nonprofit, and we have a mission of supporting foster youth across the spectrum of wherever they might be. So we started with Hope Packs that give them everything they need for the first night in a new home, and we go all the way out to kiddos that are aging out now and offer shelter and support services. And so we were very fortunate to have our gala in February. We had the world's best MC there. Thank you again for everything.
It was me, y'all. It was me.
And it was a record-breaking night, and it's going to allow us to do even more across the state of Texas. So we're just really grateful and just excited to get to work.
It's such an important cause, and I think some statistics really help support that, which we'll talk about. But today we're discussing ways to help. So the first thing we want to discuss is where you started, the Hope Pack, And you brought a couple of examples, and they're so stinking cute.
Yes, so this is exactly how we started, and really it came from personal experience being a foster mom and having a kiddo arrive at my doorstep with absolutely nothing.
And you said you didn't believe when they said, oh, they might show up with just a trash bag of the stuff on their back,
Right.
basically, until it happened to you.
It actually happened. I mean, my daughter was removed from an emergency situation. There's no time to pack up. They've just got to go. And they're just coming, either to a CPS office or to your doorstep. And so we came up with this idea for Hope Packs, and each Hope Pack contains everything that a kiddo would need for 24 to 48 hours in a new home. So it's distributed to CPS and foster agencies, so that way if you're placing an 8-year-old girl, you can grab an 8-year-old pack, and it's right there with her the minute she walks through the door.
Because I can see 4-year-old boy right here on the tag, which is really wonderful that you've thought about not only what they'd like at that age, but what's going to fit them, what's appropriate for them.
Exactly, and everything is brand new. It's all on brand. It's all trendy. It's all tags on. A lot of times kiddos will ask to keep the tags or keep hangers because it's the first time they've ever had anything brand new
You're
in
going
their
to break
life.
my heart today.
Yeah, and so we try to just think, what are they going to need? They're going to need jammies. They're going to need clothes. They're going to need a little comb. This one's all dinosaur themed. But they're also going to want things like books that they can read, maybe why the foster parents are filling out paperwork, or toys and games they can play with other kids in the home, and also flashlights and night lights, because a lot of times they'll wake up and this is a scary situation and they don't remember where they are. So if they have that flashlight in their hand, then they can remember they're safe.
And again, another personal experience for you.
Yes.
But you fill these all the way up, which is incredible. And so this is something that a family could do together, or even, like a corporate group could do as an outing, a reason to give back to our community.
Totally. We have lists ages newborn up to 18. So you could say, say you have a 10-year-old, you can go print out the list and go to Target as a summer activity, make a Hope Pack together, talk about what foster care is, because a lot of parents will say to me, I don't know how to talk about foster care. This is scary. This is overwhelming. And I say, well, you don't have to get too in the weeds with it, but you can explain to your kiddos, sometimes there are reasons where they have to go. Kids have to go somewhere else, and you're helping them and you're giving them comfort in this time. And so we really like fostering those conversations. And then, as you mentioned, for corporations too, a lot of corporations want to give back. They want it to stay local, but they only have maybe an hour or two. So what we do is we bring out all the supplies on site if that's what they want, and then they can make a batch of like 100 or 200 Hope Packs for us, and it's a total win-win because they're giving back and helping the community, and we can immediately turn these around and get them in the hands of the kids that need them.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay, Summer Bash, not too far away, and that's something other people can help with as well.
This is another one we love. We do it every July in honor of our anniversary, and basically what we do is we gift over 100 foster youth with a really fun day at a water park. We've done Schlitterbahn, we do Typhoon, Texas, and that's another thing,
that they haven't done before.
They haven't done. And if you're growing up and you're living in a shelter or a group home, you might not have been able to just do the fun summer activity of going to the water park for the day. So we go all out. We get them fast passes, we get pizza, and we go nuts with it. So we're always looking for sponsors and volunteers and just anybody that wants to be part of this memory for the kiddos.
That is amazing. And absolutely, when you're talking about core memories, they're going to remember that day forever.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So fun. All right. Other ways to help, because what you started with was Hope Packs, but now you have 2 more branches to Carrying Hope. The first I want to touch on is Hair and Hope. So important.
Yes, this one is another one that's really important because a lot of the kiddos in foster care, especially if they're living in a shelter or a group home, they might have somebody come in to cut hair, but nobody's really thinking about the kiddos that might have textured hair. And so what we've done is we've started this program where we partner local stylists with kiddos that need textured hair services. And it's created just these really incredible bonds and mentorships. We pay the stylists completely, like over what they would normally charge. And it's just this amazing bond, and also just so important for the kiddos. We've had kiddos that didn't want to take graduation photos because they didn't like the way they looked, that decided to take graduation photos, that have gone in and told a judge, what they wanted to happen with their life because they had the confidence, because they looked in the mirror and looked how they felt like they should be represented. And so it's just a really amazing program. And we're always looking for stylists, and we're looking for people that want to be part of that too.
Absolutely. And I cannot imagine, because you think of your hair as a part of your identity.
Exactly.
Right? So when it reflects who you think you are, it helps boost your confidence. And I want to say that with textured hair, they're also probably learning some skills about caring for themselves, which they may not have learned before, which they're picking up from those stylists as they go.
That's
right?
exactly right. And we'll have stylists come in and also do workshops about taking care of their hair and making sure they have the right tools and bonnets and hair products, and just making sure that we're including including everyone. It's really important. And when you see these holes and you can fill them, that's what we like to try to do.
Oh, I think that's wonderful. Okay, our last 30 seconds. Hope's home. Was it Mercedes that I got to meet?
Yeah, and Dulce. Yeah.
Oh, and Dulce. Okay,
Yes.
It was Dulce. That are graduates, if we want to call them that, of
Yep.
Hope's home. Guys, the statistic is wild. 50% of kids, basically the moment they age out of the foster system, become homeless.
Yep.
Because the support ends, the system ends.
There's no safety net.
And so you guys have created a halfway house, a nice place for them to be safe while they are working on their next steps.
Exactly right. Yeah, we get driver's license, college, job opportunities, everything. And we always need help with all of those facets of it.
You guys do amazing work. I hope somebody is really inspired today. Yay! Thank you, Kristen. Get involved at carryinghope.org or by emailing info@carryinghope.org. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Blue Gardenia Boutique. Blue Gardenia Boutique in Circle C has home goods, clothing, accessories, and so much more that would make mom so happy to have as a gift for Mother's Day. We're talking today to owner Bethany Pendleton to learn a little bit more about what the store has to offer. And Bethany, we're starting with a treat for mama. Make her feel really good when she's lounging around the house. And we're starting with a local brand as well. Tell me about Katie Kime.
Yes, we absolutely love the new design that Katie Kime came out with this spring. It's called Mariposa, which means butterfly in Spanish. It's a perfect shorts pajama set for mom after a long day of being a mom. She can put those on and relax. We are also offering loungewear from Z Supply, and if you're not familiar, it is so buttery soft. I was telling you earlier, it is like catnip for women.
You weren't lying. It is crazy soft. I have to have a set of this before I leave today.
It's wonderful.
That's great. You have thought of spa for mom. You want to treat the mamas. So tell me about what you have there.
Absolutely. Moms love to be pampered, and we have a wonderful collection of masks from Patchology. Of course, we know women love makeup, so Katie Kime is also offering these beautiful accessory bags.
I love them. They're so fun.
I know. This one has a lot of her iconic prints, so you can see the oyster and the tennis rackets and the lemons. And then again, the new design for spring, which is Mariposa, is so sweet.
I love that.
Other spa options would be Kai body buffers, and in addition, I should say, we have the entire line of Kai fragrance. It's actually my personal favorite. It's gardenia scented, which is my favorite scent.
And then you might want to include some mama gear in there as well, right?
Yes, absolutely. The super cute mama sweatshirt, a Mamacita t-shirt, and we have some other things for all moms. We've got a dog mom sticker, mom life sticker, some notepads, candles, and pens. So lots of really great options. You could put together a whole basket, and we do offer complimentary gift wrapping here.
You do have a giveaway leading up to Mother's Day, and people can win some really cute stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Katie Loxton earlier. We carry her full line of handbags. And so for every customer that shops with us the week of Mother's Day, you'll be entered to win a gorgeous Katie Loxton purse as well as a scarf. So we're really excited about that.
For a small local boutique like this, not always do we get a chance to see what you have to offer online, but you've done that too.
Yes, we have. It was quite a heavy lift, but I'm really excited that our website is so beautiful, bluegardeniaboutique.com. So you can both shop online, and we get so excited when we get those online orders and we're shipping them to all parts of the country. Instagram and Facebook, you can easily click and shop that way too.
We appreciate your time, Bethany.
Thank you so much.
Shop in person on Slaughter Lane in Circle C or online right now at bluegardeniaboutique.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Blue Gardenia Boutique. The preceding portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Cricket and Natural Delights Medjool Dates by Tips on TV. The Kentucky Derby is a time-honored tradition with thrilling races, fabulous hats, mint juleps, and delicious Derby-inspired treats just in time for the big race. Chef Maricel Salazar is joining us to share ideas for Derby Day or any spring gathering. Chef Maricel is a recipe developer, and she's a food writer. Not only that, she's the author of the cookbook Latin-ish, which was named one of the best cookbooks on Amazon last year, so she's riding on a high. Chef Maricel, good morning to you.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for having me. What an intro.
Well, I am so happy to see you and your wonderful hat. You're dressed for Derby Day, so let's talk about what the key would be to hosting a great Derby Day event, or maybe just a spring fling.
Yes, oh my gosh, I'm out of my chef aprons, out of my chef whites, and in my best party dress. I love to create cool decorations, wear my biggest, best hat, and of course serve some fun foods for Derby Day.
Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, how can we create a festive party atmosphere?
Okay, so I really love using this Cricut Maker 4. I'm obsessed. It is twice as fast as previous models and cuts over 300 materials. Really lets me get creative and crafty. Now, I created these customized hats that y'all see here. Aren't these so great? It's really perfect
You did not make that on a Cricut.
Yes, you can make this on a Cricut. Isn't that insane?
I've always wanted one. I didn't know the possibilities.
Yes, it's really great for, personalizing decorations, adding some fun spins to decor. Honestly, it's incredible.
Okay, wow. All right. How creative can someone get when preparing for Derby Day?
Okay, so planning might sound like something boring, but it's actually really fun because Cricut has this incredible, easy-to-use app called the Cricut Design Space Library. Honestly, it's my all-in-one creative hub. It seamlessly connects to any Cricut machine, and it really just helps plan for Derby Day. They have over 1 million images and licensed designs, so you can ideate, create, customize, and design at your leisure. You can find Cricut machines like this Cricut Maker 4 at Cricut.com and major retailers.
Man, I'm pretty impressed. I'm going to have to get one. Okay, let's get back to the food. A fun snack maybe for the Derby menu.
Oh my gosh, I love using Natural Delights Medjool dates. I always have these in my fridge. They're the perfect all-natural sugar alternative for Derby dining and entertaining. They really just elevated my recipes from simple to sophisticated, like this date compote with Vidalia onion, espresso, and coriander. It's umami, it's sweet, it's savory. The espresso really deepens those flavors, while coriander adds this herbal note. Dates are packed with essential vitamins, antioxidants, sustainable energy, so they're ideal race day fuel that tastes good, but keeps that energy going. Get Natural Delights products online at Amazon or your local grocery store.
Sounds good to me. And how about suggesting something for a buffet? Sometimes these are big gatherings, right?
Yes, I'd really love to put a unique touch on traditional Derby Day dining with Tajín date strips. They're zesty and a really fun way to spice up traditional Derby Day fare. They really do win the Triple Crown for flavor. Sweet, spicy, touch of salt. Now everybody loves a good grazing board, but this one is in the winner's circle. Yes, I did.
Ah, I like all the puns.
I swear to God, I'm done. Zesty Tajín date strips. We have some tropical fruits, some cured hams. It's definitely stealing my spotlight. And for a beverage, a Medjool date avocado margarita. And I swear, we've got the recipes for you too, no worries.
Ooh, yeah, so where can we go for more information?
For everything we've seen here, Cricut, Natural Delights Medjool dates, recipes, design tricks, go to tipsontv.com.
Sounds good to me. Happy Derby Day to you,
Happy
Chef.
Derby Day.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Cricut and Natural Delights Medjool Dates by Tips on TV. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Top Leaders. Redbird is a memoir that takes readers on a journey that explores love, loss, and healing. Local author Deandra Ford Wing joins us now to share more about her debut novel. And first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Rosie. I appreciate that.
Let's talk about how you became an author, because this is actually not your background.
No.
You've had an entire career doing something else.
Yes, I've spent the last 24 years as a salesperson in technology, but my mother passing and my aunt passing 14 months prior to her, I just had to take a step back and focus and try to figure out how to get through the grief.
And I want to ask about what you're hoping it does in just a moment, but if you wouldn't mind, talk to me a little bit about what folks will read about in the memoir. Will they learn about your aunt? Will they learn about your mom and the wonderful person that she was?
Yeah, they'll learn about all of it. And the not so fun parts of familial relationships. They'll understand the ins and outs of how it is to have a mom who, when you're a kid, you're not that close to, but as you develop, as you grow, your mom becomes somewhat of your best friend. And that's exactly what happened with me and my mom. It's telling to me that when you have family that was as close as my family and I were, that when the stuff hits the fan and everybody disperses, who's all there that's telling.
So what do you want readers to take away after reading Redbird?
I just want them to step away from it, just to reevaluate their sense of peace. I want them, yes, to step away with a sense of peace, yes, but also if they are someone who's struggling with losing someone, to assign a symbol, something that makes them feel that they're closer to the loved one that they lost. And that's where the Redbird comes in. The Redbird for my family was something that we could all point to when we knew that we needed to find a sign from our loved ones that had passed on. And you can't go looking for them. You have to just be in the moment, be in nature, and see this beautiful, beautiful being that is the Redbird.
Congratulations on
Thank you.
everything, and I can
Thank you.
hope for continued healing for you.
Thank you.
And I know there's going to be a next novel coming
There
out.
is.
Yes. Now that she's got a
Yes.
taste of it, she likes to write.
I
All
love
right.
to write.
Deandra, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for having me, Rosie. I appreciate you.
To shop Redbird online, visit booksbydeandra.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Top Leaders. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Buff City Soap. Do you need a little help with a Mother's Day gift? Buff City Soap has you wrapped up, literally. Julia Evans O'Brien, Director of Marketing, is going to tell us a little bit more about Mother's Day gifting. So Julia, my first question to you is, why is Buff City Soap such a great place to shop for mom?
Yeah, so if you haven't heard of Buff City Soap, we are a handmade and plant-based soap company. We recently expanded our product line into home products, so we'll touch on that a little bit today, but we're an amazing gift destination because we have products for everyone, but specifically moms this year, just to give them a little more self-care and self-love.
And for anybody who may be on a tight budget, there are a lot of things you can do with a small number of dollars at Buff City Soap.
Yes, absolutely. Our gift sets start as low as $18 and they go all the way up to really whatever you'd like. So you can build a big basket for mom, or you can start with our pre-made sets. And we've got some amazing product offerings inside the sets too.
Yeah, let's talk about those sets. Okay, so the first one involves 2 new things to Buff City Soap. So even if mom is maybe already a fan, you're giving her the newest, latest, and greatest.
Yes, we recently launched Body Wash, which is super exciting. It is a plant-based body wash infused with almond oil, so very moisturizing. Our body lotion also recently launched this past year, and so those are 2 of our favorite products now. We've put it already in a gift set for you with a little loofah attached, so you've got everything you need.
Moms always need a new loofah, so a good tip there. Let's also talk about your scents. It's something you're known for, and candles are fantastic for it.
Yes, so we're known for our scent selection. We have over 30 scents that we carry in store, and we also can customize products as well, so you can mix and match almost 100 different options. So amazing there. So candles is something that we recently launched. These are not customizable, but we've selected some of our best-selling fragrances in them. So yeah, a single candle for mom, that's amazing, but we also have gift set options as well, where we've put them in a little bundle for you to take home.
Okay, so speaking of liquids, let's also talk about your liquid laundry soap. People were clamoring for this. It's another one of your newer products that people can bring home to mom.
So yeah, we have liquid laundry soap that recently launched this past year, also plant-based, also customizable in all the scents in our store. We have powder options as well, and we do have gift sets made up with the laundry product too.
Sometimes it's an experience that mom can enjoy that would maybe be the thing that she wants the most.
Yeah, so we actually do parties on site. So this is something we offer year round, but specifically in the holiday season, it's a great way to spend time with your family and loved ones. You can actually come in and make bath bombs with us on site. So if you want to do a mommy and me date, if you want to even bring, your adult mom, adult daughter with you, it's a fun thing. You can do BYOB if you wanted to get fun with your mom like that.
Sounds like a ton of fun. Okay, thank you so much, Julia. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yes, thank you.
Find out more about great options for mom and find the location nearest you at buffcitysoap.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Buff City Soap. Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. Welcome back, everybody. We usually see our friend and food journalist Ali Khan on to talk about his recent restaurant discoveries, but today we've dragged him in here. He didn't even know he was doing this to put his knowledge and my knowledge to the test on all things food. He was happy to hear this segment type with Austin City Trivia's Steph Brindle. So Steph, first of all, good morning to you.
Good morning.
And Allie, good morning. How are you feeling?
Not a little nervous, just a little bit, but you know what? I'm here to, eyes on the prize. I'm focused. I'm ready to go. I'm here to compete.
Here to compete, okay? All right, I like to hear that. If you wouldn't mind, Steph, could you just do a quick reminder of how the game works?
Absolutely. So I have just 5 questions for y'all. You have your whiteboards. I'll ask the question. Just write your answers down. Turn them around. Speed is not a factor, so take however long you need within reason.
Is handwriting a factor?
No.
Okay.
As long
Good.
as you can read it.
Yeah. I do plan to use defensive strategies if I have to, because this is what you do. When I found out that we were talking food with you, I was like, what? This is all this man knows.
I
all
know,
right.
that's true.
That's true.
Sad but
I'm
true.
going to see if I can compete. If I can be in the mix with you.
We'll see. You never know.
Okay, the
Sometimes.
first question I hear is about an Austin staple.
Absolutely. Opened in 1866 by a German immigrant, what is the oldest restaurant in Austin?
Oh, no. No, wait. Oh, man.
Don't let him see it. Am I right? I'm right.
Wait. I'm gonna make a, I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
He's right.
Yes!
Yay!
Spelling
Seriously?
doesn't count. You
Oh my
got
God.
it.
You did great!
Yes,
You didn't spell it right. I'm not going to drag you through
What,
the
how did you
garden.
spell it?
I think this is the correct way to spell it. Am I correct?
You got it.
Yeah. We used to have them on the show a lot. They're
Is this
lovely
a spelling
people.
thing or a food thing?
You got it right.
right.
So yes, they are the oldest operating business in Texas and the oldest beer garden in all of America.
It's really cool.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That is really
The
cool.
oldest beer garden?
In all of America, yeah.
Wow.
I know, you learned
So
something
there's some
along the way.
history there.
How about that?
All right, the next question is about a Hollywood star.
Yes, located on West 6th Street, Walton's Fancy and
Ah.
Staple is owned by which famous actress?
I do know the answer to this. I'm trying to stay away from his board so I don't cheat.
Yes,
Yeah.
both correct. Sandra Bullock.
And she used to have another one.
Yes, it was Best Bistro.
Best. And
Yeah.
here's the deal, guys. Best Bistro, I only went one time. I ate like, I don't even know, something light, appetizers maybe. But they gave you 3 types of salt with your butter and bread. And so it, like one was like Himalayan,
Oh,
volcanic.
expensive.
Yeah, fancy.
Expensive.
Yeah, so maybe that's why Walton's is fancy and staple or whatever
I
it
put
is.
it on an episode of Best Thing I Ever Ate.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Well, that's no big
Oh,
deal.
there we go.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Chicken salad on croissant, add a little bacon and avocado. That's a great lunch. That's my lunch move. Yeah.
It's a really beautiful little spot.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I love that we're trucking along here. 2 for 2.
I know.
Alex. You're crushing.
I know,
All
not
right,
bad,
next
not
one is
bad.
about a Michelin star, and this one I feel like he has in the bag because he was so plugged in to the Michelin visit.
Okay,
Well, we'll
but
see. This is a bit of a numbers question. There are 15 restaurants in Texas with a Michelin star rating. How many of those 15 are in Austin?
Oh.
So your choices are 1 through 15.
That's just a pure guess.
You guessed the same thing. You're a bit low. It's surprising. 7 of the 15
Whoa.
are in Austin.
Good
Wait,
job,
they have
Austin.
a Michelin star?
Yeah. There were, of the 15, Houston has 6, the DFW area has 1, and San Antonio has 1. Austin got 7.
Austin got
They
7.
did, but they did. Oh, but do you mean total recognition of the list?
No. 1 star.
What?
Yeah.
You've got
Oh
some
my God.
restaurants to visit, my
Oh my
friend.
God.
Yeah.
Hestia, Olame, La Barbecue, Kraft, Omakos.
Kraft Omakase.
Kraft
Yeah.
Omakase, Leroy and Lewis Barbecue, Barley
I'm an
Swine,
idiot.
and Interstellar Barbecue.
Oh my God! I was thinking about the. You know what? Crash and Burn.
No.
It was a crash and burn for me.
I
Wow.
will say that Olame's biscuits, they weren't joking. I mean,
It is
that
really
is
good.
delicious.
7 out of 15 in the whole state of Texas.
I'm really proud
is
of that.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was a shocker. I literally come on here and talked about that, and I'm a failure and a fraud right now. Ugh, there is egg on my face.
There's going to be a new blog coming out soon on his website, like, here are the ones I missed.
Yeah, I know.
All right, how about a cocktail-themed question?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Which of the following cocktails is not credited to have originated in Austin?
Oh, boy.
So we have 4 options. One of these was not from Austin. Avocado margarita, Bloody Maria, ranch water, Mexican martini. Have avocado margarita, Bloody Maria, ranch water, or Mexican martini.
All right, I have some logic about this. All right, you can figure this out.
Okay.
What?
You're correct.
Am I correct? Because
Really?
there's a really great little place. I can't think of the name of it.
Curras?
Yes.
Yes.
They have like a
So-
little-
I picked this because it sounds made up.
You haven't had an avocado margarita
They're
yet?
good.
I mean, I've had an avocado probably in
Very
the remnants
close
in my mouth while I've had a
to
margarita.
a margarita.
But
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
no.
so Curras is the home of the avocado margarita. Ranch 616 claims ranch water, but that one is heavily disputed because so
Okay.
does Marfa. And Cedar Door Patio Bar and Grill claims the Mexican margarita.
The Mexican
Or
martini.
martini.
Yeah,
Mexican
which is
martini.
really delicious at Matt's El Rancho, I think.
I've got some drink.
You catch up a little bit. It's not just food around here.
You're right.
All right, last one is food trucks.
Yes.
Ay, ay, ay.
Okay. Are there over or under
Oh, no.
1,500 food trucks in Austin? 1,500 food trucks, over or under?
I don't know.
You're correct!
Are you serious?
Over!
Really? Okay, so back in the day, I remember I would do some food tours, and I remember the guy's spiel was, there's over 700 food trucks.
Wow.
So it turns out, either he was wrong or things have changed since 2016.
Things
Well,
have changed in 10
There
years.
are over 700.
There are.
There are.
There are just
But yeah,
also over.
There
That's a
are
lot.
actually over 2,000.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
is the
crazy.
estimate. Over 2,000 food trucks. So it's one
Like
of America's
in all,
top
like
cities.
Cedar Park, are we counting like, what are we counting?
I think just
Wake up.
greater Austin area.
San Antonio.
It's fine.
I can let it go.
It'll let the loss go.
I can let it go.
But that
yes.
does mean I won,
You
right?
did win!
Congratulations! I didn't think it was possible. Okay, next time we're gonna pick something I think I know really well, and you're gonna win it.
I know. You know, here's the thing. The thing with these shows is sometimes the person who comes in second has a whole other career afterwards. So we'll just see how it all shakes out.
Yeah, I think that's right. Runner-up on American Idol, it could be your thing. I'm telling you what. Steph, thank you for the excellent questions, and Allie,
was
lovely
fun.
to see you. Guys, you can catch Austin City Trivia around town. Follow them on Instagram at ATX City Trivia to see where they'll be next, and keep up with Allie and all of his latest blog posts, including I'm sorry I forgot these 4 Michelin-starred restaurants at AllieConEats.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Remembrance Gardens. Remembrance Gardens is a place where friends and family can honor the lives of their loved ones. Sarah Collins is here to tell us more, and I have to say, Sarah, this is such a peaceful place. Can you tell us a little bit about Remembrance Gardens?
Absolutely. Thank you for coming out, first of all. So Remembrance Gardens is a premier cremation-only cemetery located in Central Texas. We are on the grounds of Riverbend Church. However, we are open to the public, and we welcome any individuals of any faith, religion, you name it. So we do both in-ground placements as well as above-ground placements, such as a niche inside of our covered pavilion. For those who might be scattering or their loved ones are elsewhere, we also offer memorials only for those as well. In addition to that, we also have private family estates for families who really all just kind of want to be together in one big area. We have some already developed, but we can also help create those with those families as well.
Wonderful. Okay, what services do you provide to families?
So as far as services, we of course walk the families completely through their cemetery needs process. So whether they are in the pre-arrangement phase of their life, where they are trying to really take care of everything on behalf of their family so that they don't have to take care of that when the time comes. Or if a death has already occurred and they need to find a final resting place, we're here to serve them, of course.
Sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating to come in and just have a one-on-one conversation with you, especially maybe if we're pre-arranging, right?
Absolutely.
So you guys have thought of that?
We have thought of that. So what we do is every month on a Sunday at 11:30 a.m. inside of our family chapel, we actually host a garden tour. So it's a very casual approach to those who are a little intimidated about talking about final arrangements. It's not always a great conversation to have, but it is one that does need to happen because if it doesn't, then it falls upon your loved ones to make those decisions on their worst days, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So we really are doing this at everyone's pace. So if a group setting is what they want, we can definitely accommodate that.
If someone's interested in either having one of those one-on-one tours and talking with you more about final arrangements, or they're just interested in that group tour, a little bit more laid back, how can they get in touch?
Definitely go to our website. It's going to be remembrancegardens.com. That's going to be the easiest way to do it, but we're also on Instagram, we're also on Facebook, and they can always just be old school and give us a call at 512-329-6007.
Sounds good to me, Sarah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Rosie.
Follow along on social media to learn more, or go to remembrancegardens.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Remembrance Gardens. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website, where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.